Hello, hello, my beloved, my magnificent women of the world. Welcome to a very, very special show today. Of course, this is your show host, Dr. Angelika Christie, with the show Your Radiant Life After 45, Skills for Healthy, Happy, and Prosperous Women. I believe in a world where women are cherished and thrive, because the world needs our light, your light, my light, women's light. And I help you discover and live your unique gift that only you have, confidently and with pride. So with over 25 years of professional experience as a naturopathic doctor specializing in healthy aging, and as a lifestyle and relationship coach, I share my heart and my knowledge with my vast personal and professional experience with you. So if that sounds good to you, come here, be with me, with us every Saturday at this time, 3 o'clock Eastern, 12 noon Pacific time. Yes, yes. And I also want to share with you quickly that the world's only, this Win-Win Women platform is the world's only interactive, free, live streaming network exclusively for women by women. So you can watch unlimited shows on the topics you care about, learn from expert show host. And in the first half hour, there's always either an interview or a presentation. And the second half, you have the opportunity when you're live to ask your questions. Okay. So I'm always so happy when we have people that are live. I just ask you, Cindy, if you could take yourself out. You already are muted, but also off video. So we just have JoyAnn and myself there. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Okay. Here you already see her, my guest for today, JoyAnn Gold, an incredible, incredible lady. I tell you just a little bit about her. JoyAnn is an ageless life coach, a speaker, a writer, and after almost 30 years in interior design, her current passion is helping women over 60 design and live a beautiful life, their best life. She is on a mission to help change society's story around aging. Therefore, at her tender age of 80 years young, JoyAnn launched a project that includes a book, a documentary film that focused on growing ageless. And the title of today's show is Designing Fun, Fearless, and Fabulous Lives After 60. So the book, I believe, will be called Ageless Voices. And what you will learn today is during this inspiring interview that I look so much forward to. You learn about the mission to change your old story around aging that's usually focused on fear and decline to an empowered new version, focus and joy and expansion. Also, discover how you can play a huge role in helping create the shift by being part of this documentary film, Ageless Voices. And JoyAnn will share with us a little bit more about how you can get involved. So without further ado, let us begin. JoyAnn, I am so thrilled and so honored to have you here. And thank you for coming, and we are going to have a wonderful time together. And should we don't finish today, I know you may need to come back. Would you be able to do that?
I would love it.
Okay, good. So I don't have to feel all frazzled. Okay, so there could be a second round. Okay, so let me ask you a couple of questions. Your mission, JoyAnn, is all about living an ageless mindset, because that's where it starts, right? Yes. When and how did you become, did you focus on that? When did you feel that this must be a focus?
First of all, thank you for inviting me. I absolutely love this opportunity to share with all about how to live agelessly and develop your ageless mindset. For me, I think I was in my mid-40s, and my mom and dad would say, "Oh, aging isn't what it's cracked up to be," or it's supposed to be the golden years. It's not. And it hurt my heart because I knew they were not celebrating and enjoying their life. And so that instilled in me that I want to live with joy and passion as I get into these years. And then as my life proceeded, let's see, at 55, my twin sister and I decided we were going to go on the road in a motorhome. And it was but amazing how many people told us, "Oh, I wouldn't ever do that. Oh, I don't think you two women should do that.
That's not safe, right?"
Yeah, right. And then when I said, "I'm going to Africa to work on a project," and again I heard, "No, no, no. Aren't you afraid?" And when I went to Ecuador, it was the same thing. It was always this coming at me, don't take that leap of faith. Don't step into your dreams. And I thought, we got to change that message. And so that's where it became my mission to really, how can we do that? And so we'll talk about that today.
Yes, beautiful. Yeah, I mean, it has been shifting, right? I mean, when I think about my parents now, they didn't grow to be all that old. My father died at 64, brain aneurysm. My mother at 83, but my mother was always a very young woman. She was a child like woman, and she thought she would live to be 120 or so. I mean, so she had that attitude. Maybe I have a little bit of that from her. Yeah. So you also describe yourself as a late bloomer. What do you mean by that?
Well, I didn't love myself. Being a twin, I was the surprise second-born twin. And it seemed like from the very beginning, I felt second best. I was not worthy. I did everything second best. And, I stayed in a marriage that was not healthy at all. I just did not step into my fullness of who I knew I could be. I was successful in business, but inside, personally, I was slowly dying. And so I discovered in my 50s, there's more to life and personal growth and how to begin loving yourself. And it was just a gradual process. At 73, I remember announcing on a show that I was sharing, I said, at 73, I'm free to be me.
That rhymes in a beautiful way. Yes.
And but
and
then
seven and 3 is 10, and 1 is the new beginning, right?
Yes. And then at age 75 was when I really put forth a lot of energy, looking into the mirror and just doing a lot of self-love, doing Louise Hay's self-mirror work. And that then helped me to fall in love with myself. And that is such a wonderful feeling.
It's never too late.
Nope.
Oh, that's so beautiful. What a beautiful, beautiful story. And so then you also said that you were so excited when you actually turned 80, right?
Oh, yes. I'm excited to be
That's
80.
unusually. That's an unusual, I am so excited.
Oh, well, not having really stepped in the fullness of myself and blossomed in the way that I knew I could.
Yeah.
Always felt as I matured even more. And it's true, as we have more years, people seem to respect us more if we honor ourselves.
Yeah.
And so I feel my 8th decade and beyond, because I intend to live well past 100.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
Why not?
so I agree. 120. I'm 40 more years now. But I really, really know this is my time to shine and live full on.
I mean, it glows through you. I only know you for a very short time since I was introduced by another dear friend, Lucy, to join your Ageless Star Project, and we're going to speak more about that. But I was just blown away by that inner joy, and I mean your name, right? By that glow, by that youthfulness, that shines through you, and so you are a perfect example that age, it's your attitude, right? And self-love, that's where it starts. And we usually at our age, the way we grew up, we were not really encouraged to love ourselves. We were more encouraged to love everybody else, right? So me too, I'm 77, so I'm not too far. It's something that we have to let go of, to learn how to love ourselves, because self-love is the first thing. If you cannot love yourself, it's difficult to love others, because when it comes to yourself, you can only love all of you. You cannot love yourself in pieces. Somebody else you can love, that part of it. But when it comes to you, that doesn't work that way. So you have to embrace all of you. And it's self-healing, self-affirming. It's not selfish. It is empowering. And I think the older we get, the more important it is. And this is one of my missions, to help women love themselves more. I call it heroic self-love, because it takes a little more kick-ass. It takes a little more heroic effort to do that. Young people, they're fine with it, but when we get older, it takes a little more work. Yeah.
It does. But when we do it, when we really work to love ourselves, it changes everything.
It changes everything. Even opportunities come into our life. I mean, it changes our frequency. It changes the language with which we speak out into the universe. So we get we align with that which is of our highest good, in alignment with our highest good. So it's all positive. It's amazing. Oh, so tell us a little bit about the Ageless Star Project, the women who are sharing their stories about living with an ageless attitude. You created this, you invited, and I have become part of it because you invited me. Tell us a little bit more about it.
I knew for a number of years that I wanted to, of course, change society's story around aging. And I wanted many to be involved in that with me. I knew that it wasn't going to be my own book. And I had the idea. I studied under some documentary filmmakers back in 2015. And I finally, in last year, when I turned 79, I made the statement, it's now or never. I'm going to follow my dream and I'm going to launch this mission. So I started working with it to create it, and we launched it then in February. And I'm getting goosebumps as I share this. The beautiful souls that have stepped forward, such as yourself. We have 35 beautiful ageless stars that I am just so proud of, and the stories that are coming forth. We have a book that it's in the creation. One of our stars said, this is going to be, and now I'm trying to think how she put it, a magnificent, ageless, magnificent book, something like that. I can't, that it would live through centuries.
And you had an amazing idea. You said we are not just doing one story. We are actually creating 3 stories in different areas. I think it's fabulous, fear, and what else?
Fearless. Fun, fearless,
Fun.
and fabulous. Those 3 words have been my motto now.
Okay.
So I needed to incorporate them into part of the title and the subtitle of our book. And our book will be divided into 3 sections, where stories will be sharing about the joys of life. And at this stage of life, fun, and then how we've overcome tragedy to triumph, and how we turn our lives into adventure. That will be in the fearless, all those stories.
Yeah.
And fabulous, all the wonderful things. So many of the ageless stars have beautiful projects. We have 2 gals that have nonprofits that they've created. We just have so many wonderful things to show our readers that you can be fabulous after 60 and start new careers and businesses and really step up and shine.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, this is really, I always called them our freedom years. It should be our freedom years where, the kids are out of the house. There is really, now we give birth to a different kind of child, right? And this
I agree.
I get goosebumps,
Yeah.
I also call them truth bumps.
I love that term. I have to remember that. That's definitely.
I heard it someplace else, so it didn't come from me. But when I heard it, I said, yes, truth bumps. I think Paula Fellingham from this from Win-Win Women, I think she calls them truth bumps.
I love it. I love it. Yeah. So we're going to be sharing, and through our book, people are going to have lots of truth bumps.
Yes, perfect. And then there will be something else. So the book will be the first stage of it, right? And then there is going to be, you say, a documentary. There will be something that will be filmed. Can you share a little bit about that?
Yes. I think, well, that's a way that we are going to be able to share the message to a larger audience, in addition even to the book, in that we will have a lot of film screenings. And I have wanted for years to go on tour with my message, but I needed something, and I thought I need a film. And so this is part of the project where we can shine the spotlight on the ageless stars and have them sharing tidbits of their journeys. And then many will share the film, do film screenings for lots of groups, organizations, nonprofits. I have a gal, one of our ageless stars in South Africa, and she said, I'm going to share it all over South Africa.
Yes, I mean, this is a movement, right?
Yes,
this is
we are
a global
creating
movement. Yes, it's a global movement. And I have just joined. I mean, I am part of the global Win-Win Women movement, trying to reach all women of the world, 24 hours with shows in all languages of the world. We are still developing that. And then I have become a part of the Golden Life Community. Used to be the Golden Girls, Golden Life Community. So that's a group that is expanding. We are expanding the membership, and then eventually next year or the year thereafter, there will be living spaces for women 55 and over. So there is a reason why the woman 55 or 60 and over needs to step up. This is our time to make the difference, to shift from this archaic, not working world view, and also how things have been done. It doesn't work anymore. We need a new vision and action behind the vision. And that's what women are good at. They not only have the vision, but they take action. And there are more and more women to take action. And your project is a tremendous way of spreading that vision, but also encouraging women by showing that we can do it. You know, they're always the forerunners who have to need a little more courage, and it makes it a little easier for those who come afterwards. But because those who have doubts, they need to see that it can be done. And we will show them, right?
Yes, we will. We will show them through our written stories, and we will show them through the documentary. And so, you know, as you are showing them, it's always, and it's so heartwarming. And I see this happening for many, many of the gals that are going to be ageless messengers. But when a gal who is whatever, 40, 50, 70, 80, whatever age, all of a sudden gets it. I can be more. I can do more. After I've given some of my talks and I've had people come up and share, you have transformed my life. I'm not going to, think I talk about the old story versus the new story. And
the retirement mind, right? Now I'm at that age where I retire. What does that mean? No, there is no retiring. There is a shift, right? A transformation into giving birth to something, to the next.
Exactly. Something to get excited about. We need new passions, new dreams. That's what ageless living is about too. It's like moving into new directions and getting up every morning and just being so excited about your life.
Yes. And when you practice it, and that's why I believe it's so important to create also these communities, because we need to support each other. You know, we all have bad days and our doubts and fears come up, and naysayers. And, you know, I mean, we are not totally shielded from all of the influences that bombard us. That's why we need each other. We need the community. We need to collaborate. And that's exactly what's happening. That's what is so incredible. And then I want you, because the time is getting shorter, I would like for you, JoyAnn, to speak a little bit about, so there are 35 who are in the project themselves. And there is also a way that any other women can participate in the messenger part. Can you just share a little bit about that?
Right. This is the movement to really spread the message, and I'm calling it's the Ageless Messenger Project, and AMP, AMP for short. We had to amp up the energy.
Yes.
For how to live this stage of life. And so I'm inviting, we're launching early September, the movement where gals can
It's just early September. This September is only a week away, kind of, or two.
We will be launching where gals can join the pilot for the Ageless Messenger Project. We don't have our book or the film yet, but we're gathering all of these messengers
ready. Yes.
When we have our film and our book to really spread out to the world, we have many voices sharing our ageless voices.
So here you bring it up. Thank you for saying this, because that's the title, right?
Yes. We were searching. Since this is a collaborative effort, I had been asking the Ageless Stars, what shall the title of our book be? And there were so many wonderful titles came, and I was just confused. And I somehow felt we needed to have ageless in it. And I was just working with it. And one evening, all of a sudden, I saw the word voices. And ageless voices, and it was like, and I'm getting goosebumps again, or we say
goosebumps, yes.
Because it felt that's what we are ageless voices taking our message out there. And so the next morning I put out a little video to the gals asking, what do you think of ageless voices? And it was overwhelming, the positiveness of it that came back. And so that's how we've ended up with the title.
You see, the voice is so powerful, even in creation. In the beginning,
yes,
the word, right? And we know so much about how to focus on what we want and keep our attention on it. And then when we add the voice to it and speak it and sound it, because now we are going into the vibration of sound as well. It's so powerful. So that's a beautiful, beautiful combination. I love that. Ageless.
And one of the stars came up with the idea that we need to create an audio book with each star reading her stories. And how powerful. I know that's going to happen.
Again, major stuff going on, right?
Right.
Which means, yes, it's all going to happen, because this is the time, and the universe is behind us. The universe works for us. God will is part of all of that. So it's divinely guided, and this is it. You were given the vision. You took it to the next level, to the next step. You invited women, those who said yes, because you couldn't have everybody come in. There was a time limit to that. So all of this is there is a purpose and a reason behind all of that. And yet, I believe that it may continue. This is not the first book, right? Or the first whatever. This is just the beginning.
Right. I already have names of gals that are saying, I want to be, they're asking, can I be a part of the project? And I'm telling them, if you want to be in the next book, I will contact you. Yeah. We'll have, definitely.
Okay. I mean, this has been going by so fast.
I agree.
I mean, it's crazy how fast this has been going, and yet This is just the first half. Okay. So everybody who is live with us now, please stay. I just have to stop the recording right now. For everybody who sees this as a replay, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for listening to us. And there will be links so that you can get in touch with JoyAnn and ask any question. Maybe you just say the link quickly, JoyAnn.
Well, what I'm suggesting is that everybody that's interested in knowing more, since our program isn't live yet, just type in comments, AMP, A-M-P.
Okay, perfect.
And we'll be in touch with them.
Yes, perfect. Wonderful. Thank you, thank you, thank you.